Hey everybody, have you ever been a part of the excitement of a new video dropping? Well, check out what our viewers and subscribers go through when we have a new video drop. Now, so you don't miss out on that intense interaction, why don't you hit that like and subscribe button and join in and don't miss out on all the fun. Cool. We've got a lot to unpack on this video, and stay until the end because we are going to be calling out a couple channels to do a build from today's video. So stay to the end, see what channels get called out, subscribe to them, and see if they make this build. Hey everybody, welcome back. I am glad you're here. Today we are going to do another fence picket project, and it's probably going to end up being a fence picket and a half, maybe two. But let me start by saying today's project is brought to you by Melissa. Melissa was kind enough to click on the link for Buy Me a Coffee. She donated some money to the channel, and her donation is going back into the channel to help bring in some more projects. So with that being said, thank you, Melissa. So what is a key box holder? A key box holder is simply just that. It is a decorative item that you can put a plant on. You can put your keys, your wallet, your watch in. You can go on your kitchen counter. You can go on your dresser. It's just something to keep everything stored together. When you're looking for them in the morning, you can find them. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 4 pieces of this fence picket and we're gonna cut them down 12 inches a piece. Okay, so we have our 4 pieces that we want cut down to 12 inches a piece. Now, 3 of these are going to be for the sides and the back. The other one is going to get cut down. Really? Don't know yet. Making this up as I go. But I want to put a drawer in this. So it's going to get cut down a little bit, enough to at least put a drawer in. But these are some pretty cattywampus fence pickets. So before I do anything, I'm gonna have to get these cleaned up on the edge planer and then put through the table saw, just to be able to square these up a little bit. Yeah, they're pretty bad shape, but as woodworkers, we have to do our best to work with what we have. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I have an old, probably 10-15-year-old Craftsman edge joiner. So I'm going to put one side of each board through this and then get it ready to go over to the table saw to clean up the other side. Now this thing is loud. It's like a car without a muffler loud. So I am definitely using some hearing protection for this and eye protection because it's going to shoot out some chips. But let's get this jointed up and then let's get it over to the table saw. All right, so when you're using the edge joiner, it works out pretty nice. And yeah, I know I'm bending over to see the camera, but I wanted you to see the edge joiner too. But now these edges are nice and smooth. They do not look like this, which is all jacked up. So now we can take this smooth edge, run it along the fence at the table saw, and get this cut down to the size we're going to use. All right, so what I've done here is taken my tape measure, put it up against the rip fence, measured to the inside of the blade because I want each of these to be 5 inches. So we're going to make these 5 inches in width and we're just basically putting them through and cleaning them up. And remember, jointed side to the fence. There you go, 5 inches. All right, so now that we have our 4 boards cleaned up, square edges, everything's good to go, we're actually going to take one of these and set them aside because that's going to get cut later. But what we're going to do on these other 3 is we're going to measure down 1 inch and make a mark because I want to put a shelf on this to be able to put a plant or something. So we're gonna mark this one up 1 inch and take our speed square. We're gonna mark this off, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set the router table up for this line right here, and I'm gonna go through all 3 boards, put a dado in here, and then our top shelf will fit into these 3 pieces. Then we'll worry about the bottom piece for the front and the drawer. Okay, so I want to bring you up to the router table to show you what I'm doing. Basically, I've got this set up to that line, and through here, we're going to put a dado in. That way, our top shelf can fit right into that dado. Let me show you. I don't know how well you can see it, but if you see the line, it's lined right up with the tip of this blade. So I should be at the bottom half of that inch when I run these boards through. Awesome. So now we've got our dado cut in to the 3 boards. Now we just have to get the top shelf and the bottom shelf put together. So what I did was I went ahead and cut some 45s. One piece, I cut a 45 on both ends. This is going to be our back piece. Then I went ahead, cut a 45 on one end of what's going to be our side pieces. All right, so now when I take the bottom, or what this is going to be the top, slide those in the rabbets, put the 45s together, and then this is going to be the top. Let me show you. So it's very crudely dry fit together, just so you can see. So this is how it's taken shape. We're going to put a bottom in here. This is going to be our top, where our plant or whatever you want to set up their decorative. And then the drawer is going to be cut down to fit for right in here. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to take these 2 pieces of wood. I'm going to get the biscuit joiner out. I'm going to biscuit joint them together. And then that's going to be our bottom piece. So what I've got here is I put a sacrificial board down so I could push up with the biscuit joiner into this piece. I have my marks labeled. Now I'm just simply going to take the biscuit joiner, line up, let the identifier right here with my mark, and put the joints in. We'll do that with both boards. Now, basically what I'm going to do here is, I got my biscuits, I'm going to put those in. I'm going to add a dab of glue. Oops, that's a little bit too much glue. And yes, the bearded Viking did give me permission to use the add a dab of glue. I was thinking about not doing it, but he said it was fine. He encouraged it, so I had to do that. My cap broke off of this, so basically what I'm gonna do is put my biscuits in. Oops. Grab a couple clamps, get this clamped up, let it dry, and then get ready to cut it down. Okay, so as you can see, we have what's going to be the bottom glued up. Now we're going to let this dry, cut it down to the size we need, but while we wait for this, we're going to go ahead and get the sides, the top, and the back put together. That way we can get our measurement for this, for what needs to be our bottom. Now for the bottom, we're not... Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm gluing up the box. And basically, I am making sure that my glue's in, my box is lined up properly, and then I'm going to put in a couple brad nails to hold it into place. That way, when we're ready, we can get the back in. So that's good, that's in place. We're going to flip it around. Make sure we're lined up on this side. Shoot a brad in. Shoot a brad in. And then maybe put one in the middle. Now we're ready for the top or the back. Fits together rather nicely. Alright, so here's where we're at. We have the box portion complete with the top. We have the drawer going. I'm waiting for the drawer bottom to glue up, to insert it. Almost done. So I'm going to show you. Notched out a little notch here, which is going to kind of be your finger pull to get this thing open. And inside, on the top of the drawer, I also started distressing part of that to try to show some age. Now, all I'm doing with that is this I cut out with the jigsaw. Just marked up one I wanted, cut it out with the jigsaw, took it over here to the orbital sander, sanded it a little bit, and I'll show you a little bit of that. Basically, because I want it to look rustic, I don't care how it turns out. Now, for this part, I'm doing the same thing. Just going through. Giving it some rough sanding, giving it some age. So, next time you'll see me with this, it will be completed. But now, the challenge. Who is ready to pick up the challenge? So, My Honey's Handmade. Professor Rusty's Workshop. You both are being challenged to make this and to put your own spin on it. The only thing that's asked is that you shout out my channel for coming up with the challenge. And when you're done with your challenge, if you've got big enough wood to accept the challenge, you call out another channel, challenge them, see if we can get this woodworker challenge going around, cross-promote people, and see what we can do to help others succeed. So, are you down for the challenge? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to introduce you to my two friends. This is Toothy, and this is I'll cut whatever you have off. No, this is actually an old tree barker that you pull and take the bark off. So when I'm trying to make a project look old, what I like to do is just kind of come through, put some little notches in it, hit the edges really good. Just come through like so. And I'm not being gentle. I'm not being gentle. I want this to make some knots. I want it to pull some wood out, just like that. Go on the front. Now this is for our house, so I can do whatever I want with it. This is going to be like a display piece. And then hit this a little bit there on that side. And then with the barker, what I like to do is just kind of push this against me and gently pull. And now that gives a fallen, broken type look. If you watch, it's pulling off some of the wood. All right, so it looks like it's got chunks taken out of it. Show you there. See how the chunks are gone? Doesn't look so pretty now, does it? We're gonna go on this side a little bit. Take a little off there. And then take a couple shavings off the front. Watch your fingers. And hit this a little bit more. Hit down here. Just random spots. Hit the edges. All right. Hit this edge. Perfect. Then take a little bit more 80 grit sandpaper. Hit over those spots so they don't look like they're brand new. Just like so. Just like so. Just like so. Now if you look, that paint has blended in to those marks. Worn out right there in the front from, of course, the door opening and closing. So we're all set. Take this in the house, get it set up, show you what it looks like. All right, what do you think? Here's your decorative flower. Here's the drawer. I'm gonna reach into that 115-year-old drawer, open it up, and oh look, guess what's in there? My wallet, which has absolutely zero money in it, so I can't wait to hear those comments. My keys, my sunglasses. So when I go to work tomorrow, I know where everything's at. Boom. Have a great night. If you are a channel that accepts this build, do so, and I can't wait to see your product. And I hope you like this.